Good morning and welcome to Creative Car Detailing. So before we start off with this detail, I want to sit down and chat to you guys and just kind of tell you guys the history of the car. But before we get to that, I just want to slip into something that's not soaking wet. As you guys saw, it was raining through the whole washing process, so I'm going to jump into something dry and then I'll see you guys. So much better having dry clothes on me. Before I actually start detailing this vehicle, I quickly wanted to give you guys a rundown on the history of this car. I've known this car from a very young age, you could say. The first time I saw this car was, well, let me start up. This is a very special car for those of you who don't know. This is the Clio RS 18. I believe there's 56 of them in South Africa, very limited numbers, so this is a very special car for the client. I first saw this car about a year and 8 months ago, when it only had 23 kilometers on the clock. The vehicle was brand spanking new. The owner took delivery of this vehicle at Renault Zambesi, which is 2 kilometers from our house. So the car got hacked before the client bought it. When he went to see the vehicle, do the paperwork and everything, the car was in great nick, brand new of course. And then the day that he went to fetch the vehicle, they let someone loose on it. I'm going to see if I can find some footage and put it over this from the previous detail where it was hacked and how I transformed the vehicle. If not, you guys would just have to sit and watch me go through this. So the owner took delivery of the hacked vehicle. He went home and he immediately started searching on the internet to find a good detailer. He eventually got to me and he brought the car for inspection. The car had, like I mentioned, 23 kilometers on the clock when it arrived. I inspected the paint and it was a nightmare, to be honest. We immediately booked the vehicle in. Not immediately, we made a booking for the first available date, which was, I believe it was 2 weeks in advance or something like that. And then when the car came to me, that 250 kilometers on the clock, I think still very new. What I did was, I did a two-step correction detail and we topped it up with a ceramic coating. So fast forward a year and 7 months to a couple of weeks ago, the car was sent into a workshop just down near BMW Zambesi for a replacement rear bumper. I'm not sure what was the story there. I believe they nicked the rear bumper. So they bought a replacement bumper, took it to BMW and had them spray and fit the rear bumper. The job that they did was terrible. When my client went to fetch his vehicle, BMW actually decided to do him a favor and polish the entire car for him. Knowing this car's history, this is a special vehicle, so you do not want a car in this condition. So this is actually an old friend of mine. It's the second time that it's here and it's looking just as bad as the first time that I was here, to be honest. But it's time for us to save this car. I'm quickly going to go around, show you guys what it looks like at the moment, just so you guys know what I'll be working with and the quality of work that BMW Zambesi approves of. I mean, they gave this back to the client, they approved this work, which is terrible. This is actually the third car that I've seen them do work on and came back as terrible. The other one was the Shakir Orange M3, my friend Shakir Orange M3 that they delivered to him brand new, and it looked the same. The other one was another friend's BMW X3 in white. I'm not sure if the correct color name, but in white. The car was there about 2 weeks ago. It looks exactly the same as this. To me, it seems like BMW Zambesi does not take any pride in their work. I'm not even sure how you can give this back to a client, and I promise you they are not the cheapest. They are one of the, I'm not sure if I should say one of the more expensive or one of the most expensive workshops around here, or body shops around here. And this is the type of work that they give back to the clients. Let me actually show you guys what I'm talking about so you can see it. My knowledge, this rear bumper has been replaced. This is just some white marks where I drive the vehicle now, but you can already see the hazing. You can see up here what these plastics look like. These plastics aren't even in. I took this one out simply because it wasn't in, so I'm gonna have to take this taillight out for the client and see if I can fit that plastic cover in the correct way. You can see down here how they polished the tip with their polish, and overall it's just not quality work. You can see the hazing now. They only worked on the rear bumper, so they were not supposed to work here at all. Like I mentioned, the entire car looks like this. Absolutely terrible. And I saw this car not too long ago, and the coating was doing just fine on this vehicle. I don't know why they went ahead and polished the entire car. You can see all the haze up there with the overhead lights once again. So if we just move here down the side, looks like this everywhere. Seems like they didn't even have the respect to tape up this sticker. They just polished all over this. You can see there how tight they went around the mirror, polishing the mirror, burning it. I'm not sure that you can call this polishing. This is burning. So this car has a lot of burnt paint. It's actually way worse than I expected when the client first phoned me, but we got to deal with this and we got to get it sorted. So let's go ahead and start this. My method for these stripes on the roof, I'm taping this off, as you can see. So with a big polisher I won't be hitting the edge of the sticker, and then after that I'm going to come in with a 2-inch and I'll hit it right on the edge of the sticker, because the 2-inch is not as aggressive as the 7-inch. And then I'll hit this channel here as well as the front. The 2-inch just tightens up a lot neater. the start of day 4. Today is Thursday. The car's completely polished up. The only thing I've got to do is to IPA wipe the paint, then we can do 3 layers. So just a quick breakdown for you guys of what happened. I did this wheel, polished the face, polished the spokes, polished the back, removed all the old wheel weight glue and dressed the tire. I also dressed the wheel arches, which is still wet, it'll dry out. The car is not leaving anytime soon, so they will dry out nicely. Caliper is cleaned and ceramic coated. To give you guys an idea why a car needs to sit 7 days with me, this entire process just took me 1 hour. So 1 hour for one wheel. Granted that I already took them off on Monday to clean them. So this is just 1 hour to prep and coat one wheel. And they didn't have much wheel weight glue, so that was still easy. All the wheels do tend to take a lot more time. You can look at an hour and a half for one single wheel. So if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4 hours. Basically, let's say 5 hours that you're looking at to get these wheels prepped and coated. That's nearly a complete day. So I hope that gives you guys a bit of an idea why I spent 7 days with the car. The car, obviously, after the coating, it sits for 24 hours. I wanted to explain this to you guys because on my Facebook, I can't remember if it was my Facebook or Instagram, but I linked the handles down below anyway. Some guys said 7 days to detail a car, this is insane or something like that. And I'm like, dude, you've got no idea what you're talking about. Do you even know how long it takes to do what I do? So I just really wanted to give you guys an idea of what goes into something as small as this one wheel. You guys can't clearly see, but this wheel looks brand new. Even the barrel, if I flip it over, even the barrel looks fantastic. So yeah, it's a very time consuming process to get it done. Just to give you guys an idea how long the wheels alone took me, that's the time. It's currently 5 minutes to 1 and I just finished up the wheels. So half a day job just to do the wheels. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the IPA wipe and then I'm going to start the coating. I think I've mentioned this before to you guys. 2 layers Mose, 1 layer skin. I do the Gyeon Syncro. So probably between the 2 layers of Mose we do 1 hour curing time, and between the Mose and the skin it's 8 hours curing time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 2 layers of Mose today. That should be sufficient time, and then tomorrow I can do the skin. And the other things that I need to do is I need to clean the rubbers, the plastics, the windows, all those small things, and then the car's ready to not to head home. Then it needs to sit for 24 hours, and then after that it's ready to head home. I'm finally done with this car. It's currently Saturday around 12 o'clock, so midday Saturday, and the car's ready to head home. The paint looks absolutely phenomenal compared to what it looked like before. I really couldn't have asked for a better outcome on this black paint. But yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna pull the car out in a short while, and then I'll show you guys once it's outside what it actually looks like in direct sunlight, what the client is gonna see when he comes to fetch it. But before I do that, the first thing I want to do, or the last thing actually that I want to do, so I want to take this off and put a new stick on. You can see this one has taken a beating over the last about 18 months since I detailed the car, so I'm gonna take that off, replace it with a fresh new one, and then the vehicle is ready to head home.